Or maybe it's throw the dagger. Hurts going deep for it all. Devontae Smith.
You know, my favorite phrase in the military used to be false motivation is better than no motivation. I think the Dallas Cowboys are riding with that right there in Dak Prescott. But we're going to talk about that in a minute, man. Kellen Moore officially takes the job. The Philadelphia Eagles get some new home decor. You know what I mean? And we are still riding high, preparing for this parade on Friday. Super Bowl 59 champs. What up? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you. And I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I got to say thank y'all again for grabbing the Hurt Season Super Bowl MVP edition hats. They going crazy right now out the gym. You know what I'm saying? And you know what your purchase of one of the Hurt Season MVP edition hats, it puts you in the running to win some tickets opening day to sit with your boy. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like hats, go on the Even platform. Grab the album. Your purchase at $10 or more put you in the running to sit with your boy. Be a part of the vlog, the banner drop. But if I'm you, I'm getting a hat because I'm telling you right now, man, opening day, it's going to be a sea of Hurt Season hats, man. So you know what I mean? I'm going to pin the comment right here, but it's also on my link tree, man. Grab your Hurt Season hat. I got a lot of other gear going on. I'm going to be doing giveaways all summer, man. But you know it's about the hats and the music for me. That's how we rocking. Let's get into it. So the Philadelphia Eagles get some new home decor, man, and I'm loving it. The nice banner on front of Lincoln Financial Field that say Super Bowl champions with one and another, a Tia and a Tamara. We got 2 rings, man. We got identical twins. You know what I'm saying? Tia and Tamara. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to call these two. Tia and Tamara, sister. You know what I'm saying? At the link. My other one coming soon. Don't worry. You know what I mean? But it's just beautiful to see that falling over I-95 right now, man, letting people know that, you know what I mean? We put ourselves in a different category. You know, we got a lot more rings than a lot of other franchises now. You know, you still got some franchises who don't got no rings, but you got guys like the Seahawks with 1 ring, I believe. I don't know. I don't know if the Bears got 1 or 2, but you got a couple franchises with 1 rings. And of course, you know, you got that handful of franchises with no rings, like the Vikings, the Bills, things of that nature, man. But, you know, having 2 rings is I like that. I like that spot right there because we used to have no rings. We walked a couple of organizations down, and now we got them Commanders right in our sights. I think that's why they're so delusional right now, man. You know what I mean? I think that's why the Commanders are so delusional right now. You know, I was listening to Louis T today. You know what I mean? Just browsing in the landscape. Like what do losers do? Especially losers who came this close. So I'm just looking at videos, you know what I mean? Doing my YouTube thing, man. So Louis T says something was real interesting on this platform. He's like, we right there. We right there. We could have beat the Kansas City Chiefs. We could have beat the Kansas City Chiefs. That's what Commanders fans are running with right now. That they could have beat the Kansas City Chiefs. That lets me know how good we are. The Philadelphia Eagles team that is locked in, that has this Super Bowl window for the next 4 years, is so good that we made an elite Chiefs team who only took their second loss this season, I believe, the legit loss. You ain't gonna count the last week of the season when Carson played. We got other people thinking that they could have did that. That's how good we is. Do y'all know how good the Chiefs is? Don't get confused about what y'all did to the Chiefs, what y'all saw happen to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs, we the only ones that could have did that. We the only team that could have did that in the National Football League, man. We the only team that could have did that in the National Football League. Y'all don't have the quarterback we got. Y'all don't have the defense we got. Y'all don't have the running back we got that's going to make people sell out. That's going to make people really pick their poison. Y'all don't have the tools that we got to make the Kansas City. You don't have a defense. You don't have a coordinator. You don't have the tools we got to make Patrick Mahomes look like that, or to make, or you don't have the cerebral quarterback to make every throw asked of him. Because if you ask anybody, man, before the game, if you is able to make Saquon Barkley have the game that he had, then the Chiefs would be winning that game. The Chiefs blow us out. The Chiefs blow us out, man. Spags would have destroyed that rookie, man. Would have destroyed that rookie in DC, man. He wasn't ready for that challenge on that stage, but that's how good we is. We make everybody think they could do it. And then next time when the Chiefs smacking everybody around again, then they run into us in the playoffs again for the trilogy, for the bowl for the trilogy, then, you know, people gonna have to change their tune. But it is what it is, you know, and it also got Dak Prescott talking crazy.
I mean, I feel like we compete with the Eagles and beat them for the most part when we played them. I don't want to say check the record when they're the guys holding the trophy right now. So credit to them. They've earned it and they deserved it by all means. But, yeah, very close, especially when you even watch the NFC game, the NFC Championship. And those two teams that we battle against each and every year, a couple of times. And as I said, feel confident about we've gotten the better part each and every time. To see it in such a dominating fashion, credit to them. It's our turn and it's on us. All right.
I don't get what Dak mean. I don't get what Dak mean. We match up well against them when we see them. You know what I mean? This the problem with these guys over there, man. You know what I mean? The problem with these guys over there is they just don't know how to read the room. They don't know how to read the room. You know what I mean? They don't know how to read the room. Like I understand how DC feel. They went to the NFC Championship game. They feel as though they could have beat the Patriots. But in some type of alternate universe, like, why do they don't think that we was a roadblock in that equation? Like, y'all got blown out by the Eagles. You didn't even get to see. You didn't even get to see the Chiefs. I don't know why I'm calling them the Patriots. You didn't even get to see the Chiefs because we beat them 2 in a bowl. You know what I mean? You didn't even get to see the Chiefs. So how do you think you could have done anything with the Chiefs when you couldn't do anything with us? Yeah, you could have beat the Chiefs if the Eagles was in the AFC and the Chiefs was in the NFC, maybe then. But you can't even come out your conference to see the Chiefs. I don't know, man. A lot of people thinking that I don't know what they thinking. They thinking they better than what they are. Frankly, that's how I feel. And the comments that Dak Prescott made, you know, you're not supposed to run around and say you scared. You scared of the competition. No, but you ain't got to lie either. Y'all not close to us, bro. Y'all do not match up well against us. I think we swept y'all this year. So what are you talking about? Are you talking about like your 9-4 record against the Philadelphia Eagles? That ain't your record against Vic Fangio. That ain't your record against Vic Fangio. That ain't your record against these Eagles, bro. So, I mean, you know, the false motivation, the hope they got to give themselves, man, I get it, man. I get it. And that's why they spiraling out of control. I think that the Commanders are acting the way that they acting simply because they know we only one behind. We've walked them down. We've walked them down in 8 years. We'd be tied with them if it wasn't for some shifty officiating, you know what I mean, against Pat the first time. We would be tied with these guys. We walked them down, so they feeling some type of way. And they know the window's so tight. The window's so tight. We're there to get in our third one for real. We already talking about repeat. You know what I mean? We walked them down and they feel some way. And the Cowboys, you know, they're not being talked about enough. So you see the lashing out on social media after the Eagles win the Super Bowl, after the year the Commanders had. Nobody's really talking about them. So they got to say stuff like, oh, we still got the best quarterback in the division. No, you don't. Dak Prescott not better than Jaden Daniels, bro. He's not better than Jaden Daniels, man. Like, if a rookie could get to a championship game before an 8-year, 9-year vet get there, he's not better than Jaden Daniels, bro. And the thing is, Jaden Daniels is still kind of raw to me. You know what I'm saying? He's not even like all the way developed yet. And I feel like Jaden Daniels is just more of a winner than Dak Prescott. I'm not even going to disrespect Jalen Hurts by comparing him to a guy who never played in a championship game. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts played in 4 of those, 2 Super Bowls, 2 conference games. I'm not even going to talk about Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott in the same sentence. It got to go, Dak, you got to do something about the Jaden Daniels problem you got. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Kellen Moore took the gig, man. Kellen Moore took the gig, and I don't really feel no way about it. You know what I mean? I don't feel no way about it. You know what I mean? Kellen Moore earned his respect, though, because the Dallas Cowboys tried to crap on his name. They tried to make it seem like he wasn't. You know, he was Dak's issue. When all in all, Jalen Hurts was the first one to get into a conference championship. I said that was going to happen, bro. I'm documented. They don't call me Crystal Ball for no reason. You know what I mean? I also said this about Cooper DeJean, another reason why they call me Crystal Ball. You know what I'm saying? He won a Super Bowl, man, with Jalen Hurts as his quarterback. Not Justin Herbert, not Dak Prescott. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts. The guy that everybody be trying to talk bad about. That's the guy that got Kellen Moore a head coaching job. You know what I mean? You had people making jokes saying Jalen Hurts was going to have him on Indeed. Oh, Dak was getting him offensive coordinator jobs. Come on, man. You know what I mean? So Kellen Moore earned his respect. You know what I mean? So I understand why Kellen Moore took the job. I don't like the destination for him. I feel like, I feel like it's a dead end. It's a pit. You got a 33-year-old quarterback. You got an older roster. The cap space ain't the craziest from what I was seeing. And, they asking Kellen Moore to turn water into wine. That's not our problem. Kellen Moore earned his respect. The next coordinator that the Philadelphia Eagles got to, and I'll tell you why I think he earned his respect. He earned his respect, in my opinion, by doing what everybody said he wasn't going to do. You know what I mean? Everybody was saying he wasn't going to give Saquon Barkley the ball. He's not going to run the ball. He's not going to run the ball. He's not going to run the ball. That's not what Kellen Moore do. That's not what Kellen Moore do. That's not what Kellen Moore do. Good coaches change their usual tendencies to fit the team that they coaching, bro. That's why I'm optimistic about Kellen Moore being a head coach, man. I think he'll do a good job because I think he learned a lot this year by playing with such talent. They thought they had talent in Dallas. You know what I mean? They had talent in Dallas. He coached talent in Dallas, but he ain't coached leaders. He ain't coached people who was destined. He ain't coached destiny. That's the difference. So I think Kellen Moore learned a lot about himself this year, and I think he proved something to himself. Stepped outside his usual tendencies and won a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? It's kind of cliche to say anybody can be the new coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, a new offensive coordinator. I don't think that's a fair assessment. I think you got to look at this kind of differently, man. I think the new offensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles got to be okay with doing what's best for the team. If you see that nobody can stop A.J. Brown, and he's constantly getting 125 yards, that was the year before, right? A.J. Brown had that string of games, broke Megatron record, 125 yards, like 7 games in a row. You know what I mean? Then you got to feed him. If you see nobody can't stop Saquon Barkley, you got to feed him. You know what I mean? You got to feed him. I know you got these shiny toys on the outside, but you got a generational running back as well. You have a generational talent at running back. Saquon Barkley might be the only generational talent on the roster. The only generational talent on the roster. You know what I'm saying? One of a kind type of guys, bro. There's been great route runners. There's great route runners in the league. You know what I mean? There's great route runners in the league that you could say run routes, Smitty run routes like these guys or whatever. There's been big physical receivers like A.J. Brown. There's not been nobody doing reverse hurdles over people, bro. He's a generational talent. He's a generational talent. So that's why he will get the ball the way he gets the ball. And, it is what it is, man. I haven't really even begun thinking about the free agents that we should be keeping, man, but every time I think about it, I don't even get past one guy, Zach Bond. The Philadelphia Eagles got to pay Zach Bond. They will pay Zach Bond. We know about Milton Williams. We know about a handful of other people. You know what I mean? But Zach Bond, in my opinion, is another guy that proves something to himself. You got to think about it, man. This thing came together with a bunch of misfits. Nobody wanted Nick, you know what I mean, to a certain degree. I was out on Nick, you know what I mean, at the beginning of the year. Nobody wanted Nick. Nobody wanted Zach Bond. Nobody wanted Kellen Moore. He was bounced around a few times. So, you know what I mean? You know what they say about Jalen Hurts. They say it was a bunch of misfits that came together in a way, and they achieved the ultimate goal, and they all proved something to themselves. You know what I mean? Once you prove something to yourself, that's how dynasties start. Let me know what you think in the comments, man.